Shabbat Shalom. And Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's joining us online. We're glad that you're worshiping with us too. We're going to start our service with a Purim song because it's Adar. When it becomes the month of Adar, we increase our happiness. We anticipate Purim. And you could find it in the back of the prayer book on page 369. I think this is at the top of the page. Utsu Eitzav. Utsu Eitzav too far. Utsu Eitzav too far. Utsu Eitzav too far. Tabu davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu Eitzav too far. Tabu davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. What is it? Is it at the bottom of the page? Yes, bottom page. Utsu Eitzav too far. Tabu davar velo yakum. Utsu Eitzav too far. Tabu davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu Eitzav too far. Tabu davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Our Shabbat candles on page 3. Daniel J. is going to lead us in our candle blessing this evening.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their heart. May our worship lead to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Let's share simchas, good things that happened to you during the past week. Anybody have a simcha from this week that you would like to share? Who's got a simcha? Maybe you have a simcha from this week. I see some conversation about this. We'll come back to you. Go. Your son's 30th birthday. Yes. You know the saying, you can't trust anyone over 30, you know. Other simchas from this week? Marcy.
Okay, so our daughter Leah had been traveling for quite a while in Argentina and Chile, and she came home, and then she left again, and then she came back. So I think she's going to be home until like May. You know, she's
So I'm going to repeat for those online. Marcy says that their daughter who's been traveling came home, which was no doubt a simcha in itself, left but came back, another simcha. It's kind of like a rebound simcha. Judy?
I completed my physical therapy at my outside physical therapy today.
So outside, you mean outpatient? Yes, okay. So Judy says she completed her outpatient physical therapy.
So I get to do it at home by way.
Yeah, It's nice to be able to be able to do it at home. Yeah. Brian.
It's been a busy week. I got 2 conference papers submitted, a journal paper, 2 journal articles submitted, 2 proposals ready.
Oh my gosh, Brian, you have been busy. Brian says he had 2 papers submitted and 2 proposals completed. Yeah.
And 2 journal papers as well.
And 2 journal papers. Amazing. Oh my gosh.
We'll see what happens if they
You,
get accepted.
you are a busy, yes, you are a busy person. Sarah?
My daughter had a medical test and it came back with good results.
Yeah, well, we're very happy about this. Sarah says that her daughter's medical test came back with good results, which, of course, I'm very happy to hear. Other simchas?
I was able to speak with an ombudsperson from Congressman Swalwell's office, who is now helping us with the congregation's weird tax ID problem. Our goal is to get this resolved while there are still IRS employees.
So Skylar says that she was able to actually speak to our Congressman Swalwell's ombudsman about our IRS ID woes. Thank you for going to the mat for us. Appreciate it. Other simchas? This has been, yeah, all right, Geffen, go for it.
I forgot this was last week. I went to high school national racquetball tournament in Portland, and I got 3rd place in mixed doubles and 6th place in singles.
Amazing. National?
Yeah, national.
So, oh my gosh. So Geffen went to the national racquetball competition, 3rd place in mixed doubles, 6th place in singles.
And ask him how many people participated.
Yeah, and how many was it?
260.
Yeah, you are an amazing athlete to be able to do that, and I bet you have the bruises to show for it. A little bit, yeah. We'll talk about this later because my father was a competitive racquetball player. Yeah, so we have lots to talk about. Oh boy, lots of simchas this week. Let's turn to page 6 in the prayer book. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Let's read together. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. Let's continue on page 10. At the bottom of the page, poem set to music by Chaim Nachman Bialik. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. הקדושה הברוכה, ועם המלאכים צבא שלום ומנוחה. בואי, בואי, המלכה, בואי, בואי, הכלה, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השלום. Page 26. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'olmad divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uchayetechu beit Yisrael Bagala, Bagala, Uvisman Karim, Vimeru, Amen. Yehesh Merabah Memorach, Leolam Ulol Me'al Maya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitba'ar V'yitroma V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemedu Kudisha, Brichu, Le'ela, Nidkol Berchata V'shirata, Tush Berchata V'nechemata, Damiran V'alma, V'yimeru, Amen. Page 28. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Praise be the one to whom our praises due. Praise be the one to whom our praises due. Praise be the one to whom our praises due. Now and forever. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. You may be seated. Let's continue on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'arim, uvidvuna mishaneh itim, umachaliv et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmeroteim barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or b'pnei choshech, v'choshech b'pnei or, Uma'avir yom umevi laila. Uma'avdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravi. For the next prayer, Ahavat Olam, we're going to sing a version of this that's in your songbook on page 2. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, ahavta. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, ahavta. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you, all the world sings to you. All the world sings to you, all the world sings to you, all the world sings to you. The song of the trees when wind stirs their leaves, the song of the earth when rain soothes its thirst, the song of the sea when waves are set free, the song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. Tous les morceaux de toi, 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 les morceaux de toi. The song of the trees when wind stirs their leaves, the song of the earth when rain soothes its thirst, the song of the sea when waves are set free, the song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you, all the world sings to you, the world sings to you, all the world sings to you, the world sings to you, all the world sings to you, the world sings to you. Page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Page 36, Rabbi Truri is going to lead us in our next prayer.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Thank you. Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha Shemecha Nedar Vakodesh Nora Tehilot. All right, this is a clapping. It's got to come. You got to get the clapping in. Nora Tehilot. Nora Tehilot. Nora Tehilot. Oh, Seif Hele Adonai Yimlo. Adonai Yimlo. Adonai Yimlo. Le'olam va'ed. Page 42. Liz Suvet is going to lead us in our next prayers.
Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and our coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people, Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. And on page 44, in the middle of the page, the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God rested from work and was refreshed. Those who should keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For, being pleased with the 7th day, you hallowed us. You hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation.
This is a setting for the meditation that opens up the tefillah, the Amidah section of the service. This has got a little kind of thought poem to set up this opening meditation. Sunlight on my face, dirt upon my skin, water's sweet embrace, and the healing wind. Open up my lips, that I may declare your resplendentness, glory everywhere. Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevei Gula Livnei Bneihem, Lemad Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umorit HaKashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamo Kapal Kegurot, Umidal Melach, Melech Meini, Umechayeh, Umatzviach Yeshua, V'nemana Talachayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekayeh HaKol, Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yehallelu Salah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated. We continue on page 54. Susan Dietz is going to lead us in our next prayer.
You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you, beloved, it above all other days. More sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah, the heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, creating then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot. Grant us to share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us our heritage, your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
I'm going to turn from the prayer book for a bit. This Shabbat is known as Shabbat Zachor, the Sabbath that precedes Purim. Zachor means remembrance, the Sabbath of remembrance. It takes its name from the statement in the Torah, remember Amalek and what Amalek did to you. And Haman is understood in the as a descendant of, in rabbinic tradition, as a descendant of Amalek. And so I would like to offer a prayer for Shabbat Zachor that's not in your prayer book. How often our people has had to defy prejudice and slander, hatred and oppression. In many lands and ages, Amalek and his cruel descendants have risen up against us, and untold suffering has been our lot. For our loyalty to God and to our ancestral heritage we have paid dearly. But the same heritage has given us strength to bear our suffering with dignity and fortitude, and to remain unshaken in our conviction that in the end, good must triumph over evil, truth over falsehood, and love over hate. We have survived all those who vowed to destroy us. We lament those who perished at their hands. We give thanks for our many deliverances and for the steadfast faith of those who endured, whose love of life did not falter. They have left us an example of courage never to be forgotten. These are words from Psalm 124. If the Eternal had not been at our side when they assailed us, they would have swallowed us alive. The waters would have carried us away, and the torrent swept over us. We would have been overwhelmed by the seething waters. We have escaped like a bird from the fowler's trap. The trap broke, and we escaped. For the Eternal is our help, the maker of heaven and earth. O God, inspire us anew this day with loyalty to you, to our faith, and to our people. Help us to be strong against adversity, and let the heritage that has been entrusted to us be secure in our keeping. And let us say, Amen. In our morning prayers, we address God as Matir Asurim, the one who releases those who are bound. It is but one of many ways that we speak of God as Redeemer. Redemption is central to the Jewish view of God. When we bring about the redemption of the captives, we are doing holy work. We are God's hands. Each soul freed from the horror of captivity in Gaza evokes for us a humble gratitude. We too find ourselves filled with tears of joy as they return to their families. And yet, as the Mishnah says, the day is short and the task is great. This is our prayer. We shall not relent. We will not turn aside from this sacred duty, the mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuim, the redemption of the captive. May they return home, both the living and the dead, swiftly, with no more loss of life, with no more suffering of the innocent, whether Israeli or Palestinian, and without delay. This is what it means to live out the values of Judaism, to be Matir Asurim, one who releases the bonds of captivity. This time in our worship, we ask for healing for members of our congregation and their loved ones who are ill. If you are praying for healing of body or healing of spirit for a loved one, I invite you to recite that person's name out loud as my eyes pass yours. To those whose names we have said out loud, we add those whom we hold in our hearts. We say, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, God, the source of healing. Let us say together, Amen. Let's take a moment for silent prayer. Page 62 in the prayer book. Who said shalom bin Roma. Say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru amin. Oh, say shalom bin. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru amin. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru amin. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru amin. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru amin. A few weeks ago, Janet and I went shopping with a very particular objective in mind: to buy a new sport coat. Afterward, one congregant, noting my new threads, observed that at a certain age, one doesn't really need that many new sport coats. I will say, however, that putting on a nice new jacket is like seeing oneself anew. There I am, standing in front of the mirror at Men's Warehouse, thinking, hey, I look good. It is, pardon the pun, a well-worn aphorism that clothes make the man. Mark Twain wrote, "Without his clothes, a man would be nothing at all." That the clothes do not merely make the man, the clothes are the man. That without them, he is a cipher, a vacancy, a nobody, a nothing. There is no power without clothes. Well, that is remarkably a central but oft neglected theme in the book of Esther. Indeed, as much as Esther is the Bible's great female hero, there is a very male-focused subplot about clothes. You see, when it comes to apparel in the book of Esther, there is nothing that seems quite as important as the king's robe. Robes are cool. They are regal, but suggest a bit of mystery. Those of a certain age, yes, I've used that phrase again, probably remember a best forgotten movie called The Robe. It starred a young, rather buff Richard Burton in a biblical costume drama about the robe in which Jesus was crucified. Not Richard Burton's greatest moment as an actor, I will say. In the book of Esther, however, the king's robe is central, not peripheral to the story. In fact, there is a whole lot of sartorial detail in the book of Esther that one might otherwise miss unless one pays careful attention to how frequently it is mentioned. For example, when Mordecai learns of Haman's decree that the Jews will be annihilated, we are told that he tore his clothes and then put on sackcloth. Even ordinary, everyday clothes felt too dignified to wear in the face of such catastrophe. The only thing to do would be to wear the most miserable of clothing, an outward sign of an inner state of being. Esther then turns this around in what she wears. She has to approach the king with a plan to invite him to a banquet where she will plead for her people. Before approaching the throne, we are told a seemingly superfluous detail. Vatilbash Esther Malchut. Now you think about the strangeness of that Hebrew. Vatilbash Esther Malchut. It's a rather odd phrase, isn't it? It's translated, Esther put on royal apparel. But more literally it says, Esther wore royalty. It is superfluous because appearing before the king, well, what else would she wear? She's not going to wear sweatpants. This is, after all, a formal court appearance. So the inclusion of the sartorial detail is precisely to contrast with what Mordecai is presumably wearing at the very same moment, sackcloth. All this is necessary to enhance the irony of what Haman must do, namely, lead Mordecai through Shushan on the royal steed. Ahasuerus asks Haman what he thinks should be done to the man whom the king wishes to honor. Haman, thinking that the king means him, has his sights set on one particular detail. He wants to wear the king's robe. Clothes make the man. The humor in the story, of course, is that the king meant Mordecai, not Haman. In a small detail, the king tells Haman himself, Kach et halavush, you get the robe, and put it on Mordecai, the Jew, adding the Jew, which unbeknownst to the king, makes the action even more bitter to Haman, because he gets to touch the robe but may not put it on. He must dress this Jew in it and parade him through the streets, calling out, "Thus shall be done to the man whom the king desires to honor." That is, he gets to wear my sport coat. The Midrash adds a little twist to this story. When Ahasuerus asks Haman for advice about what to do to honor a man, Haman recites three things. Let him wear the robe. Very good. Let him ride on the king's steed. Thinks the king. Nice touch. And let the horse wear keter malchut birosho, the royal diadem that is customarily worn by the king's horse. At this, however, the king begins to surmise Haman's true aim. Keter malchut isn't just the horse's special attire. Keter malchut means the royal crown, the mention of which, according to the Midrash, suggests to the king that Haman is seeking the crown for himself. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, let me tell you. I love how the clothing and the accessories are all central to what moves the plot forward. It gives greater significance to the way that we celebrate Purim by dressing up, by wearing things that present to others who we imagine ourselves to be or what we feel deep inside. It all gets the full Worcester and Jeeves treatment, or if you prefer, say yes to the dress. The clothes, the costumes, for one night, turn us into someone looking back at us from the mirror, saying, "Hey, you look good." All right, Geffen Kama has our announcements this evening. Geffen, we got a lot going on here. I actually printed out one just to make sure that it didn't get missed.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Geffen Kama. My voice is gone. I'm the team committee co-chair here at Beth Emek. Thank you to Rabbi Milder for leading us in worship tonight, and thank you to my mom, Lisa Kama, for being our tech mensch for live streaming this service. Thank you to Kathy Kessler for being tonight's Oneg host. Tonight's Oneg is hosted in honor of the birthday of Kathy's mom, Catherine Smith. If anyone would like to host a future Oneg, please email Susie Mosca or contact Bonnie in the office. Tomorrow we have Torah study at 9 a.m. On Sunday, join us, Sunday the 9th, join us at 9:45 a.m. for Beth Emek's own Purim Carnival. We will start the morning off with a Megillah reading in the form of a play in which I get to play the king. Yeah. After that will be the carnival, which is free and open to everyone and aimed towards religious school age kids, but all are welcome. Kosher hot dog lunches and vegetarian lunches will also be sold. Later that evening, still on March 9th, we need help packing and delivering our Mishloach Manot. This is our yearly fundraiser to deliver Homan Tashin to all congregants. From 3 to 5, volunteers will help pack 250 Purim baskets, and from 5 to 6, delivery teams will pick up their baskets and delivery routes. The link to the sign-up is in the once around, and questions can be asked to my mom, Lisa Kama. Later this week, on Thursday, March 13th, join us for Purim Karaoke in the Palace, our adult-only Purim celebration. We'll hear the Purim parody performances of popular karaoke hits throughout the Megillah reading. Afterward, we'll have more freestyle karaoke offerings. This is an in-person, adult-only evening with hearty noshes and beverages, including our signature More Than Mai Tais, guaranteed to get anyone singing. Please RSVP online. Looking past Purim, the East Bay Jewish Film Festival is coming to the Vine Cinema in Livermore next Sunday the 16th. There are 2 movies, a 4 p.m. one and a 7 p.m. one, and more details about the movies can be found in the online once around. Tickets are available at the door starting at 3 p.m. Finally, on Monday, March 17th, at 7:30 p.m., the Social Action Committee is hosting an online discussion on Tikkun Olam. Upset or angry about the conditions in our country or world, looking for opportunities to help with Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. Details for the Zoom link information can be found in the Once Around. The details for all of these programs and more are on our website and our weekly Once Around newsletter. Shabbat Shalom.
But I do wonder, isn't freestyle karaoke a contradiction in terms? Right, I got it, but just the concept of freestyle karaoke, no, these. Okay. Well, after last week's concert with Dan Nichols, I do not dare skip Aleinu. So, page 282 at the bottom of the page, please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latekidu la liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishvachot ha'adama, shelo samu chalkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch Baruch Hu, page 284. Shehu notesh shamayim v'yosei haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo b'gov hei meromi. Hu Elohim Emet Malkeinu Efezulato Kakatu Torato Viatata Yom Vahashevota Elevavecha Ki Adonai Hua Elohim Bashamayim Mimal Ve'al haaretz mitachad ein od, page 287. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo Echad. You may be seated. Judaism teaches us the sacred duty of memory. On this Shabbat, we remember those members of our congregation and their loved ones who have died within the past 30 days. We observe Shloshim for Larry Rossi. And we remember those whose yahrzeit occurred during the past week. I invite those who are observing yahrzeit for the following to rise as I recite their names: Celia Abrams, David Adler, Jean Arndt, Rudy Gaston, Ellen Gould, Susan J., Nicholas Klein, Anna Mammon, Harry Neiman, Sylvia Schellen, Gregory Smith, Herb Suffett, Stan Suffett, William Lawrence Sidney, Fred Warshaw, Jack Wise. And I invite all who are observing the first year of mourning to rise at this time. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be a blessing. Mourner's Cottage may be found on page 294. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah. Ba'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yom echon uv'chayed echol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemed kudisha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Let us say together, amen. You may be seated. Following our closing song, please join us in the back of the room for Kiddush and Motzi. Pick up a cup of wine or grape juice. The red cups are wine, the white cups are grape juice. And pick up a piece of challah, and we will join together in the blessings. So let's go out with a Purim song as we kind of get psyched up for that holiday. Page 369. And this time we will be singing at the top of the page. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Smirot Rikudim, Havan Risha, Rosh, 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 Havan Risha, Rosh, 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 Havan Risha, Rosh, 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 Parashanim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Smirot Rikudim, Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Parashani, Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Avarisha, Rosh, 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 Parashani. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everybody watching online.